and welcome to Pit Smoke. I'm Charlie, and we're getting ready to pickle some quail eggs. Now, I gathered these eggs from the quail that I raise, and I've never pickled any quail eggs before, so this is our first. Okay, we washed the eggs, and we have about 4 dozen here, and that'll fill 2 pint jars. A lot of eggs, but they're small. Now, the recipe I use called for boiling them for 10 minutes and then put them over in a ice water bath. Now, I love quail eggs boiled. I tell you, fried. They taste just like a chicken egg. Actually, to me, they taste a bit better. And they say it takes about 3 quail eggs to make 1 chicken egg. We will finish putting these quail eggs in the cold water bath and let them be cooling while we make the brine. And I'll put the recipe I used down in the description below. And it called for 3 cups of white vinegar, 2 bay leaves, about 10 to 12 peppercorn, about 10 whole allspice, about 4 whole cloves, and a dash of crushed red peppers. I used 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, two teaspoons of yellow mustard seed, we'll give it a mix up here and place it on the stove and bring it to a boil. Oh yeah, and we're going to add jalapeno pepper. So this is added after we get the liquid and the quail eggs in the jars. Then we add the pepper, or add it while we're putting the liquid and the quail eggs in. And I almost forgot to add the salt. It says 4 teaspoons. That ought to do the trick right there. Okay, give it a good stir in there. Let it continue to heat and boil. Now, once it's come to a boil, we're going to turn the fire out, give it a little mix, and then we're going to let it set and steep for 1 to 2 hours. Now that the quail eggs have cooled, we're to peel them. And I'm going to tell you what, if you haven't ever peeled a quail egg, it's some work. But we get through it all. Actually, I can see that I'm starting on the wrong end by what I've read later. But anyways, hey, these turn out good. I mess up a few that I don't want to put in the jars. I ate them. And I tell you what, they were good. And there's a few other ways to peel them, they say, that makes it easier. Adding vinegar, putting them in vinegar, letting them set an hour or 2. But this is what we come up with. They're not perfect, but hey, we got it done. Now we'll add our jalapeno with the eggs, and we put some minced garlic in there. I didn't have clove garlic. It did call for 6 cloves of garlic. So I just put minced garlic in these jars. Now these eggs are larger than your standard Coturnix quail eggs. And these are the jumbo brown. Now we'll add a few more pepper slices, and I take out just a few of the seeds off of it. Leave the membrane and some of the seeds in there and just place them in the jar. Okay, this jar is full, and we'll add the brine to the quail eggs. Bring it up there to near the top, And these are just going directly into the refrigerator. And now we wipe the jar off and we'll place the lid on it. And we'll do the same thing with the second jar. Only we're not going to have enough to fill up the jar with the quail eggs, but we're going to add our pepper and our quail eggs and our brine and our garlic in there, and then it'll go into the refrigerator also. Well, and I don't want to forget that garlic. I love garlic. Now I'll remove the bay leaves and get the brine in there, and we'll just fill it on up. And I'm going to divide the solids that is remaining in the pot between the two jars. Well, there's the finished product. We're going to place them in the refrigerator and let them set 1 to 2 days. Some say let them set a week, but we're going to let them set a few days and then give them a try. Well, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I hope you consider subscribing.